it's gone now, but yeah, it was like one of two standing mega ramps. Now like Clay Craner has like a double mega ramp in his like backyard. You should actually check that shit out. Those clips are tight as fuck. That ramp looks so sick.
But like, how did you get in? Like, let's touch on that for a second, because how did you get like into that? And because that thing is terrifying, man. Like that is a beast.
When I saw Danny Way's part, like, and I saw that ramp, I was like, if I ever get the opportunity to do something like that, I'm gonna go for it. And then I was like, literally had one down the hill from me, and it was just one of those things that they would open it up for the campers on like Thursdays. And then like when the campers would go back, we'd continue sessioning, dude. And I would literally stay out there with Miguel until nightfall, just like trying to learn it. I just like I
cannot believe they opened that for the campers, by the way. That's shocking.
So not the gap. They only did the quarter pipe, like the landing on the quarter pipe, which is still like,
that's crazy too.
Crazy. It's insane.
Yeah. That's crazier than the ramp itself.
Yeah. I've seen some things happen. Like I've done things to myself on that ramp too. That the whole like fucking landing on the coping and flipping over. Like I've done that like before in front of a whole shit ton of skateboarders too, which is like, they love that.
You're like, oh dude, later ate it, man.
Too bad.
What was your worst mega ramp fall? What was your worst mega ramp fall then? Because you destroyed that ramp. Like it looked like you were chilling the whole time on it.
Worst one.
That's a good question.
On that ramp, that probably that one, dude. Honestly, like
clipping the coping
and flipping all the way down. It wasn't so much about, because like even if you landed super flat bottom, there was so much transition on that ramp. Like you're just like landing in an 8/4 quarter pipe. It feels like. But I just remember like just getting compressed at the top, and then just like boop, like my legs left me, and I was like I was doing one of these. I was rolling down the windows, and then I just like I get 180 somehow, and I just both of my knees flop, and I just flip over into the transition. And it was just like both my knees just went. I was like, that's it.
How long were you out for after that?
Dude, that ramp took me out like a couple of times. Like just the wood burn alone, dude. The fiery shower, as Miguel would call it.
The fiery shower.
Fire shower.
I always wonder what was worse. Like, I guess it's personal preference. Like, it all sucks either way. But would you rather clip the coping or flat bottom?
Clip the coping.
You'd rather clip the coping?
Yeah, flat bottom, you're finished.
100%.
I don't know. Clipping the coping looks so deadly. It looks like it just chops you in half.
No. Well, flat bottom's like 30 feet.
Dude, yeah, no, Jake Browning it. Have you ever seen that clip?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Bro.
Well, he like the worst case scenario. Like he landed flat.
Yeah.
That's as flat as you can get.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, dude, like I'll clip that coping any fucking day, Austin, any day. Straight up.
But I feel like, because we went out there to visit with the SSM guys, and I feel like it's strange because it's not one of those things you can get too comfortable on, but I feel like you got as comfortable as you possibly could get on something like that. Like, I don't know, when we went there with Maddie and during that trip and Brian.
Oh yeah.
You were just like pumping it, like skating down it, which is terrifying because it's like down a mountain. And like this sounds like dip, 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 because you keep on like going faster down the plywoods.
The pieces of skate light, you can hear them like passing faster and faster as you get it's nuts, dude.
It's terrifying.
At the first time it's terrifying, but like once every time the first drop in is the worst drop in of all time. That's like
every time, right?
Every single time. But
you gotta it's like, you know what it is? It's like you gotta do that first one. You gotta like take that shot of adrenaline, because like once you like fall, it's like the same thing like when you're trying like a hammer on the street or whatever, something you're scared of. Once you get like first go out of the way, but damn, that's a hell of a first go on that one, man. Holy moly!
Well, yeah, no, it's exactly what you're saying, dude. That shot of adrenaline, like and like after that, you're just like, that was the craziest thing I've ever done. Like I'm gonna go back up there, and you would walk it too. So like
oh my god, the walk alone.
Yeah,
it's like a freaking full workout.
I never thought about that. That's crazy. You have to walk all the way up.
Best shape of my life. The whole summer I was
your glutes are on shape right there.
Bro,
he was glute ready.
More than I was gluten free. I'm more gluten free now, dude. I'm
gluten free. Stop it. Stop. Oh my god. No, but honestly, that like walk from the bottom to the top, like if you do 2 of those, that's like more than the average person's workout per day. That shit is just up a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
It's up a mountain on blades. You're walking up a mountain with blades on your feet. It's so weird.
And wearing 2 pairs of pants, like full pads, like a shirt.
If you're smart, you're wearing 2 pairs of pants.
Yeah, dude, because anybody knows that like one slide out on that, like just the little cracks in the seams of the skate light or whatever, just going over that 3 times is like a cheese grater on your ass. Dude.
Yeah, then it's a fire shower and you're finished.
Yeah,
fire shower. That was the reason, straight up, why I didn't. Okay, because me and Maddie were going down there, and I was like, he was like, I want to do it. And I was like, I don't even know if I want to do this, man. But like, I guess if I'm in a situation where a couple of my peers are there, you know, I'm gonna, as an adult, still succumb to peer pressure. So I was like, okay, cool. Like we'll do it. So we're going like halfway down. We're jumping it. So anyway, Maddie gets the courage. He goes, he clears it, and he just like kind of just barely doesn't clear the end, hits the knuckle and bumps on it and just like slides down. That simple thing like broke his thumb. His thumb was like over here. And I was like, oh my God, it didn't even look like he fell. It looked like nothing happened. It looked like he was like, boop. Oh, and he's like, oh, my thumb's broken. And I was like, oh, dude, I'm not doing this. Like at that point I was like 29. I was like, nah.
But you were like, let me disaster a 20-stair rail instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. That's my forte. I'm not gonna like do anything on the mega that's gonna be like, you know, cool. It's gonna be like literally the hardest thing for it's gonna be just jumping it. I'm not gonna like do anything like, just jump it now, do something cool. Like, no, just jump it, shit my pants, and then I'm done. Yeah. So I figure I could skip that, you know.
In that edit that Buck made that week, there's like a great clip of you like after doing, you're like absolutely not. Like,
yeah. I bet, dude. Actually, I'd love to go through those edits.
Oh my God, those SSM edits are sick, dude.
Are they still up?
Oh yeah, they're still out there, dude.
Oh, I gotta check that out, man.
I even have them on my computer. I'll send them to you.
Definitely, man.
The interweb, dude.
Definitely love that.
Toss those TPTs up on the gram, Dougie.
I love that. Definitely.
Yeah. Dude, the mega ramp, bro. That
mega ramp.
That gap. I mean, dude, I love that thing, man.
Yeah.
Was the rail built for you? Fish just said it was built for you. Is that true?
Yeah, that's completely.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was one of those moments that like. So I went back to the East Coast, like I forget what it was, but there was that WRS like uploaded contest, the video contest or whatever, and I like got like, I got an entry, I guess. I don't know how they called me up or something like that. I don't know. But I was over on the East Coast, and like when I got back, I only had like 2 days to film it, and I was like, shit, like, well, I want to at least like make the first mega ramp edit that there was. Like that's my one claim to fame is like I had the first mega ramp edit. Sorry, Haffy, dude. Didn't mean to.
No, that's awesome, man. That's cool, especially in that format, because you know.
Yeah, well,
it was a good format for it, you know.
And I knew that people were gonna Bill. I was like, I knew that people were gonna be watching it and everything, but I was like, fuck, I just can't like do like a mega ramp edit. But I'd always like had that dream of like gapping to the rail or whatever, and then so I called up Chris Sherry.
Yes, of course it was Chris Sherry.
Chris Sherry.
Yeah, he's the man for the job.
He's the man. Shout out Chris Sherry, dude. And totally. I hit him up. I was like, dude, do we have any like metal like laying around Woodward somewhere? Which of course they do, like everywhere. Yeah. For whatever reason
which of course Chris does as well.
Yeah. And so I was like, do you think you can build me like a mega ramp gap to rail? And he's like, of course. And then like he like sends me like this drawing of it, like, and he's like, I think that this will be right. And when I flew back, and I'll never forget it, dude, I was driving back into Tehachapi, the sun was setting, and he took a picture of it on his like phone and sent it to me. And I went to, like, I drove from LAX to Tehachapi, and I stopped at the mega ramp, and that shit was just bolted onto the landing. And I looked at it, and I was like, fuck.
Now I gotta do it.
It was like head height, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was overhead height.
No, it was way overhead height. Yeah. And go look at that edit again. If anyone's listening to this, go look. Stop that. I mean, if anyone's watching live, keep watching. But if you're not watching live, go pause this. Go look at that edit again. That thing is like, how tall is that? 10, 12 feet tall?
It's at its highest point, probably like 8 or 10 feet.
8 or 10, something like that. Yeah.
And it was just, it wasn't even like rounded off at the end. So you could potentially just be skewer on that if you.
Oh yeah, that's
what
I was thinking.
100% impale yourself.
Yeah.
That was like something I thought of when I was watching the attempts of you try it.
You don't even forget about the plinko game that you could be playing, like, because there's no wood like between the two bars. So like, if you somehow like got caught in between there and just like Price is Right, bro. Like,
Price is Wrong.
God, I never thought about that one.
No.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, you skated it for that edit.
Yeah, I literally just did it. I did that for that edit, and I did the gap to rail the first day, and I filmed like a lot of the gap tricks that same day. But I went back and like looked at the footage and the rail thing, and I was like, shit, dude. Like, I was like, somebody's just gonna say that I just hovered over that rail. It's like, because you're just going so fast, you just kind of like put your feet down. Like, people don't realize that there is like a lot of impact.
A lot. A
lot. And you have to undershoot it too, which is also just as scary.
It's a 50-foot gap to grind.
Yeah.
There's no way you can slice that in a way where that's not gnarly. That's going that fast to any grind is just insane.
Yeah, how do you warm up to that? Like, how with the first try? Like, what do you
possibly
do? You just do it.
No warming up. No, it was one of those. Actually, all of the attempts are on my YouTube channel. You can see every single attempt.
Yeah, I watched that not too long ago with Corey. Actually, me and Corey like sat and watched that like maybe a month or two ago.
Yeah.
And it's something to watch. That's for sure.
It's one of those things that you just like, you kind of do the gap the way you usually do it. You like kind of try to spot your landing and then just like don't start from the top and just slowly inch your way down until you start hitting the top of the rail. Because initially I would just like kind of dink it at the end, and then just go off or whatever, and then eventually got like the right spot, or like put like a mark on the thing where I would start. What I was saying is like, I went to look at the footage and I was like fuck, dude, like anyone could just like hover onto it. So I went back the next day and I was like, I got a 270 off, so people know that this is like
270 off,
the real thing.
Yeah.
And there's also a clip that second day I do it to fakie first try by accident, and that like clip never made it into the edit, but I don't know why. I just thought it wasn't like good enough or something, but it should have been in the fucking edit.
Yeah, well, you know what? Put that in a TBT, brother, because exactly. That is something.
Gotta get my views up now, dude.
Yeah,
I ain't got no job. I gotta work on this Instagram.
This monetization.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Friday. We ain't got no job. No, tomorrow's Friday. But
that 270 out was the icing on the cake, though, because the best part about it was everyone so obvious that like you cleared another 100 feet off that 270. Like, you hovered the distance to the rail. You did the same distance off the rail. It was insane.
Yeah. That was like the funnest part, though. Honestly, is like seeing how far like you could go down, like going off the knuckle and just like launching out like it was like a ski slope or something like that.
Yeah, you like flat spinned it from the knuckle.
Yeah, in the 666 edit.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I want to skate the knuckle.
Yeah,
I mean that looked like more of a gainer to me.
Yeah, it was a gainer. It definitely was.
We landed fakie though, no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like backflip 180.
Yeah, backflip 180 kind of.
And it was all the way down there.
Yeah, that was
really sent that shit up.
Man, I love that clip. I forgot like when you skated like that. I love those like the fakie Rocket 5s and all that. Love.
My God, those are my favorites, dude. All
right.
Fakie 5s.
So good.
Best spin ever.
The best.